What is going on, Swoopers? Welcome back to another episode of Swoop Luke, the first episode of 2022. Happy New Year. Let's get into it. Just before we do jump straight into it, be sure to like, comment, subscribe. If you are a new Swooper, welcome. Thank you so much for joining us. Be sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. And if you are a returning Swooper, welcome back. Thank you so much for rejoining me. So I was supposed to do a video last week previewing the AFLW Collingwood Girls season. I caught COVID, so I was pretty crook and I couldn't record. Since then, round one has happened, so this is going to be a round one breakdown, a preview of what's to come, and our game against St Kilda. So now, let's get straight into it. So on Sunday, Collingwood's AFLW season kicked off against Carlton at Icon Park in front of 35 or so hundred supporters. Icon Park, one of their grandstands is getting rebuilt, so drastically changed how many supporters could come watch them. But from what I heard, especially on the TV, watching it from home, it was just as loud as can be, and it sounded like there was more than 3,500 people there watching. But our girls got off to a flying start in their 2022 Premiership campaign. It was really all Carlton early. They were peppering their goals. They were tackling well. Their fight around the footy was really good, so, credit to them. But then Collingwood just flipped a switch and we just absolutely took over for the next three or so quarters. We didn't kick a goal in that first quarter, but we kicked 3 goals in the second quarter. We kept Carlton to 1 goal in that first half as well. And if you remember last year, we kept Carlton goalless in that first half in the same fixture. So it's just something that the Collingwood girls do against Carlton, is that we just limit their scoring opportunities. Carlton do have a very good midfield. Without Taylor Harris now, they left them a bit short in the forward line. I was talking to Terry and Palm about that on the Blue Abroad stream. But our Collingwood girls they've just taken their game up to another level. If we thought 2021 was exciting, I can't wait to see what they bring in 2022. We finished the game 6-8, so, the classic Collingwood curse of kicking more points than goals. But some of our goals were really, really good. Jordan Allen's goal, tight from the boundary, coming in as a defender and kicking a goal like that. It was amazing to watch. And just even her throughout the game, intercepting, very Darcy Moore-esque. Ruby as well, what she was doing off the half-back line, backing up a really great 2021 season. And then you had Sarah Rowe kicking our first goal for 2022 season. And if you guys don't know, Sarah Rowe, Swoop Luke, the channel is, well, not the channel, because the channel is me. We are sponsoring Sarah Rowe this year. So if you go onto the Collingwood website and type in Sarah Rowe in the player profile, you'll see her there, and you'll see sponsored by Swoop Luke. So I thought that was really cool. So I might get her on for a chat, which would be awesome as well. While we're talking accolades, Jamie Lambert as well had another great game leading our midfield. Bree Davey for 3.5 quarters did fantastic, and that's what a captain does in a big game like this. We'll talk about Bree a little bit later. But what I was excited for with the girls is, like I just mentioned earlier, 2021 was a great season. Under Steve, we have this sort of quick game plan. Now we've got Sabrina Frederick in the forward line. We've got a focal point up forward. We didn't really have that. Sophie Alexander did amazingly. Chloe Malloy as well, but a big forward. And it's just, classic, just Collingwood in general not having a real big key forward. But Serena is just going to be outstanding. It's outstanding get coming from Richmond at the end of last season via a trade, which is just, again, absolutely amazing. So you can't talk about that game without talking about the elephant in the room, which is Bree Davies' knee. Injuring her MCL and her ACL will see her out for at least a year. This was the same knee that she did do her ACL in 2018, so she's no stranger to the rehab and what she'll have to do. But losing a captain like that late in the fourth quarter, I think there was only like a few minutes to go at least. Just that turn, absolutely absolutely heartbreaking as well, and you see it on all social media and stuff like that. So, thoughts go out to Bree, and hopefully she can make a quick recovery. And we're going to miss her for the rest of this season, and hopefully not all of next season or some of next season, but definitely this season. But what I like about Collingwood and what Steve and the coaches have been able to do is that we do have midfielders that can step into place. We've got Amelia Villado that can probably jump into that midfield role. Chloe will get a run through midfield. Sarah Rowe can just run. So she'll be a great asset as a stay-at-home midfielder as well, possibly. But it's going to be exciting to see what we can do against St Kilda. Sometimes you got to take you got to look at the positives in a negative situation, and it just gives a young group a chance to step up and bring it home for Bree. So round 2, we versus St Kilda, who were decimated by the Tigers in round 1. A new look Tigers who just came out of the blocks. I think Tigers ended up winning by 40 odd points. It's a Georgia Patrikios less St Kilda team as well because of the COVID policy, but we won't get into that. But who I liked last week was Tani White for St Kilda, a defender who is playing in the midfield now. She had about 11 tackles, so that's someone who we'll probably put a focal point on. I think we will win this. Maybe not easily, but I think it's going to be a really good game. We're at Vic Park, so amazing. I'm going to be there at Vic Park. I'm going to try and get there early, trying to do a swoop on the street sort of thing. So if you see me with my camera, come up and say hi and try and get your face on a video, or a new sort of series that I'll be doing. So for the rest of our season, starting from round 2, we've got St Kilda at home, Geelong away, Fremantle back at Vic Park, Brisbane away, and remember we suffered those 2 heartbreaking defeats to Brisbane, one being in that preliminary final last season, so we're going to be wanting out to get a little bit of revenge. West Coast back at Vic Park, North Melbourne, Western Bulldogs, Adelaide, and then finishing Gold Coast at Vic Park. So look, it's a pretty good run. This is the year where we really challenge for the title. Last year, we did well, and we got so close I think it was within a kick in that prelim final. But this year, like I said, with Sab as well, it sucks that we're not going to have Brie to help us through the campaign because we know what she brings to the table. But I think we've got a really, really good, young, athletic, versatile team. And, last year we went without Jordan Allen and Lauren Butler for the last few games, I'm pretty sure. I think Allen we were without for a longer time. Having them back, if you equate it to the boys, it's like losing, like a Geordie Roughhead and a Darcy Moore, or a Darcy Moore and a Howe all together for weeks and weeks and weeks. So having them back, a sound defence, Jordan Roughhead's working with the defenders as well, so which is amazing to see. I think this is the year where our girls bring home their maiden premiership, and it's going to be so good. I cannot wait for the rest of this season. If you haven't already, jump on and get a membership because we're at Vic Park. That's where our home games are played, and it's absolutely it's amazing. I never experienced Vic Park when the boys were playing there. I get to see the girls play there, and I get to see them make history when they run out on the field. If I'm with whoever I'm watching it with, dad or friends or whatever, I think Park is just great, and it gives me a sense of nostalgia, even though I hadn't been there to Vic Park before. But it's just the whole history of the place. But swoopers, let me know your thoughts down below. How do you think the girls are going to go this season? Like, comment, subscribe, tell your family, tell your friends, tell your pets, and until next time, double shackers. I'll swoop you later. And I just wanted to give a quick shout out to Harry. I know hopefully you're watching. Thank you for all the support. I really do appreciate it. So before we jump straight into it, remember to I forgot what I was saying. Oh yeah, okay. Just before we do jump straight.